Hey Gemini, this is your guys' reading for whenever you decide to watch this. This isn't like a March reading. Sorry, I dozed out there for a minute. This isn't anybody's March reading. These are just little quick mini love readings that I'm going through. So I'm taking my time doing these, so don't be offended. If yours was late, because to me, none of these are late right now. But yes, so anyways, this is a Gemini reading, so it's really whenever you watch this, but it's going to be around this time, probably going into March a little bit. So let me go ahead and finish shuffling these. I just kind of wanted to spit that out there real fast. Let me pull the one card. I think it's this one. I almost want to pull two, so I'm going to put one aside, because I think that has to do with somebody. Alright, Gemini. Now, this comes up in two situations. Alright, definitely. This is two situations. Now, the one scenario is that you're dealing with two individuals on a romantic sense. You know what that means. Now, if you're not, okay, and that doesn't, have to freak everybody out. That doesn't mean that your partner is dealing with two people. It doesn't mean that, all you guys are dealing with two people, but I'm just saying for one scenario, some of my Geminis are definitely dealing with two people, and these people are, they're opposites, but not really. Let me explain these two people, okay? I will, but just give me 1 second, because the people who are not, the Geminis who aren't dealing with two, there's a really, really, really strong love connection with either a crush or a partner that you're dealing with, and they're showing you two sides to them, alright? And I'll tell you those two sides. So let me go ahead and do the situation where I have Geminis that are involved with two people. One of these individuals is a hard worker, right? It's almost like they always smell nice. They always, not almost always look nice, but they always smell nice. That's a really strong thing. They always smell so good, even if they're stinky, even if they get off work. These people are indeed, whoever this one person is very much a hard worker. They're all about their money right now. They're kind of like the working man, or they're the working woman, or the working man and the woman who, you come home and there's a dinner made, or they know how to please you in everyday life, not so much in a sexual way, but they please you on the day-to-day life. Okay, they know how to make money. They know how to make things grow in their life. I almost want to say they know how to produce. So maybe this person's really fertile, man or woman. This person can be really fertile, so just if you are having, a sexual encounter with somebody, just make sure, you're protected in some way or another, or just be conscientious of it. The other person is more, they have a more, I don't want to say emotional side, but they talk more, right? They have more conversations. This person, and not only regular conversations, because they're not intellectual how you are when you talk to somebody. You're not talking about aliens, and I mean you could be talking about aliens, but they're not on that intellectual level. There is more feeling based, so they're telling you about what's going on in their life and how they feel about that. And this person can be more of a drinker. That's what they do. They like to have their beers, but it's not a casual beer. This person would be almost they either drink too much, or they smoke too much, or they're always doing something in terms of that, or they're only there for having sex. They're abusing something. I don't want to say even abusing, but you kind of get my drift here. This person can come off as a little bit more jealous. They're very intellectual, but on a spiritual wave. They can hold more conversations when you're talking about trying to figure out the deeper meaning to something. while this other person you're dealing with isn't really like that. Like, they just talk about, they talk about work, and they talk about, day-to-day routines. It's always kind of like the same subject with them. And it's really like your choice. So I think you're having fun with both of these people. And I feel like for a lot of you guys have a connection with both of them on different like wavelengths. It's like you're almost in love. Have you ever heard that song, Torn Between Two Lovers? It's almost like that, where this one person gets you more on an emotional level. They're more of a cuddler. They're more of a daydreamer. And sometimes you like that. They have those conversations. Hey, Layla. They have those conversations where it's deeper. It's more meaningful. Or when they have sex with you, they don't have sex with you, that they make love with you. And this other person, that you're dealing with is more, they're like the good guy, the good girl, the husband or wife material. And that's why you love them on different levels, or you're connecting with these two people on different levels. And not both of them have to be a lover. Maybe you're just hanging out with, if you are hanging out with people during this time, it's going to be more so guys. And I feel like one of them, bitch, okay, anyways, I feel like one of them is going to be, like I said, proving themselves to be more husband material, and then the other person is wanting to be more that cuddler, wanting more of your attention, being kind of more like needier during this time. Okay, but, bitch, fucking cunt. Stop, Layla, get the I love my dog, but she just does this bullshit. She's like knocking over all my yarn and shit, like, anyways, I love her. Okay, so let's just go on. Sorry about the noise. But you care for them both on a deep level. Also, this could be for some of you guys that you are with a husband, and maybe some of you guys are having a child or already do have a child, and it's like a little boy who's like needing your attention a lot. But it makes it feel very homey, okay? So if you're married and you're happily married, or in your relationship and you're happily in a relationship, that's all still going very well. And maybe your partner is being more cuddly or emotional with you, and you do like that. So, it's kind of one of those things. But I see your love life being really happy, okay? There's improvements being made that that weren't being made in the past. That goes, for either, single, coupled, married. That there is improvements being made to your relationship, and it's improving your life, and I feel like that's why you feel more connected with this person. For the people who are married, okay, let's go over to your story. I do see that, yes, again, that your partner is going to be a little bit more in touch with you. I like that word. It's more in touch with you. All right, and it's going to be a little bit more deeper, but you are going to be feeling the love. If you're completely single as well, you're going to have a couple choices right off the bat, and like I said before, they're going to be two individuals who are opposite, but you like both of those qualities. Well, and there's just going to be improvements, because one of these people are going to lead to a relationship, and they're both good candidates. I think, no, I'm going to take that back, because that's your choice, so I don't want to say what I think in that matter. But, yeah. So improvements being made on the marriage, improvements being made on the relationship. If you guys are wanting to start a family, right now is a really good time. Some of you guys might be finding out you're pregnant, so that's awesome. Also for the men who are Geminis, I feel like it's going to be you who's going to be working more, but yet your partner or your crush is going to be very understanding of you, and like they will have those either dinners made when you get home, or they will have a nice setup for you, or just want to lay with you, and that's something that really relaxes you during this time, and you like it. So let's wrap this all up. Now, your oracle card here was Beauty. I can't remember if you guys got this before. I don't think it was you. But Beauty, all your cards are really positive, okay? And it does look like, for my Gemini people, when it comes to love, if you're completely single, there is going to be, like I said, a few different options for you, and they're going to be very different, and I think you're going to enjoy both. equally. If you're in a relationship, I do feel like, again, there's going to be improvements, really positive improvements being made on the relationship. If you're married, there's going to either be, you're going to, like, start having a family. Oh, you could also be moving in with somebody for some of you guys, making that choice here. I don't really think it's about decision making. I think it's more about going with the flow. So it's really, in terms of love, things are going to be very calm and peaceful for you in this time. It's also going to be fun. You know, even if you are in a marriage or a relationship and you are seeing two people, it's going to play out for a while. Like, I don't know how it's going to end up being right now during this time, but it's saying, like, at least for the next 3 weeks or so, it's going to be, you're going to have fun with the both of them, right? You know, no one's getting busted quite yet. And you kind of had your own card. That was the side one I felt like pulling. So it is kind of a message of just to do yourself. Literally. Don't mind me. But yeah, to just kind of do what you want during this time. Do what makes you happy, because either way, either choice you make right now in your love, you know, life, or in if you just want to be casual sex partners or anything like that, either way it's going to go, you're going to get emotionally fulfilled, but yet you're still going to have like a little bit of stability or a lot of stability. So it's going to go really good either way. So I hope you guys enjoyed that mini love reading. I know those are kind of quick, but I hope it made sense for you, and I wish you well on your little romantic love journey, and I will see you guys in March.